Hello guys and welcome to the most ridiculous AoE2 game ever. There's a few things I need to get out of the way here. I was not planning on recording this video. I just saw this after a night out and I'm extremely intoxicated. Now, I know that people watching this, some people might not drink, some people might have kids who are listening. I just want to be very clear. I made some very unhealthy decisions. But I started watching this, and it is the most ridiculous game of AoE2 you will ever see. Oh boy. Well, you guys might not know who these players are because they're using different names. This is a 1v1 game. It was just played like 10 minutes ago, okay? And in the blue we have Tiger Shoot. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I need to change the colors because I just watched this previously and the colors were different. Okay, in the red, we have Tiger Shoot. Tiger Shoot is known as Hoang. I will put in the video description the Legend of Hoang video. If you haven't heard of this guy yet, make sure you watch that. This guy's been playing the game for years, and he has a very distinct style. He likes to start with militia and then go into knights. There's more to talk about it. Sorry, there's more that I'll need to talk about. But it is ridiculous, and for the most part, he never adds additional town centers. He has a lot of idle time. His economy is very inefficient. It is unlike any pro in the game. He's very, very unique, and thus a legend. In the blue, we have Metal. Metal is also playing on a different account. Metal is actually beating players like Doubt. I think he 3-0'd Doubt a few days ago. And getting some awesome results recently on this account until someone spilled the beans and told me who it was. And then Metal was actually not very pleased that I told people. But anyways, it is Metal, okay? Metal is at least on rating, the best American player in the game right now. So I'm going to speed it up because, like I said, I'm very intoxicated. And I'll tell you what they're going to do ahead of time. Small spoilers. And trust me, I won't be able to spoil what's going to happen in this game. They will make militia. Metal, I believe, won the previous 2 games versus Hoang, and what he did was mirrored Hoang. He Hoanged Hoang, made the barracks nice and early, made the militia, and the whole idea of this build order that Hoang goes for is to basically fast castle off of it. So you make a bunch of militia in Dark Age, create more villagers, more farms, go to gold, and then you click up to Feudal. Right after that, you click up to Castle Age, and then you make knights. And very often, he's beating people. It's a very unique strategy. So, at the moment, the scouts are fighting. And I think Metal's going to win this one. Metal just jockeyed his position to the top of that small hill. Oh boy, this is going to be an absolute doozy. I wish I would have been streaming this live when I saw it, but trust me, this is no exaggeration, okay? If there is ever a game that you were going to watch more than once, this is it. If there is ever a game that you're going to remember 5 years from now, this is it. Do not go anywhere, YouTube. This is going to be ridiculous. And it will also highlight the strategies that Hoang so often uses. And apologies in advance for any failures I make with casting this. And I will probably be on the floor laughing at some point during this video. So again, apologies ahead of time for all that. Okay, so, again, they're both in Dark Age. Build orders were slightly different. You notice that Metal doesn't have as much on wood. He only has 5 on wood. Whereas Hoang, geez, I'm so drunk that I thought that Hoang's wood line was to the left because I watched a bunch of games while intoxicated. So, anyway, he has more on wood. It's what he prefers to do. Also, what Hoang prefers to do is not get Loom, which is quite a risky game to play because your villagers don't have armor. You'll notice that Metal got Loom. Metal has a very weak scout now. It's up to him to scout to see where Hoang is. He scouted Hoang's barracks. And now he's sending his militia forward. So again, Hoang does not have Loom. No armor. These militia do 4 attack per hit. Unless Loom comes in, of course. Then there's a bit of armor. Only 25 HP on these villagers. And Hoang is not known for his speed, okay? Just want to make that very clear. He's not known for his speed, but that's some nice quick walls there from him. And since he has more gold stored up, see how many militia he's creating right now? He has more gold stored up, and he has the defender's advantage, so I think he'll be able to kill these militia. Actually, I think this is quite a bad fight for Hoang, to be honest. Well, you know what? I say that, and it's a weak scout for Metal. I was gonna say Metal has a scout, but Metal scout is weak. And I'm a moron. And even that villager's fighting! The balls on this guy! Okay, so, or that girl, sorry. Yeah, we're not gonna talk anymore about that. He's defended. 2 kills, 2 deaths. Again, Metal normally decides to just mirror Hoang, do the same strategy as Hoang, but what he's going to do here is something a little bit different. Notice how he doesn't have as much militia. Notice how he's going to stop creating militia here in a moment. Now this is a strategy that I've tried versus Hoang myself, and normally what happens is you get completely overwhelmed, and he'll have 6, maybe 8 militia. And he'll get your woodline, he'll get your berries, he'll get your gold. Man, casting this is a struggle. Bear with me, YouTube. I'm telling you, this is worth it, okay? This is worth it. But what Metal's doing is he's hoping to distract Hoang's numbers. And he's on the move, right? Now, he's on his way to Feudal Age right now. Completely exposed. His berries are open, his gold is open. So if Hoang hits that, Metal would die to this. Now, Hoang intelligently realizes that he has more numbers, and he doesn't need to create more units now. Now, keep an eye on the amount of farmers Hoang has throughout this game, okay? You know what? We have time. It's only 2 AM for me. 12 farmers for him, guys. 12 farmers. Keep an eye on that number, okay? We'll reference that in the near future. But to be completely honest with you, as Hoang is now getting loom, I realizes it's probably a good tech to get, so his villagers are protected. Metal's strategy is worked out, and you know what? I like how he's using his stray militia to kill the deer. That's also a good idea. Metal's about to be in Feudal Age, and he has 600 food because he didn't create more militia. But now he's realizing, oh shoot, my strays are gone, and Hoang's gonna be on me. So he figures, I only need to defend from militia, right? I only need to defend from militia. This is all Hoang does. Hoang won't know to transition. Hoang won't know to do anything different against this. And I know it looks silly. Again, watch the Legend of Hoang video if you haven't seen it already. But Metal creates 3 stone gates because he figures, I'm staying 1 TC anyway. I'm going to go all in knights. That's what Hoang does every single game. Hoang will not be able to adapt. So far this looks brilliant. Because he'll have a faster castle time. He'll be in Castle Age 17.5 minutes. And then Hoang, he's going to be in Castle Age as well. He obviously has the resources, but he's later. But what is Hoang doing? Hoang has come forward to place a tower. So what really got me excited about this game is the fact that Hoang adapted to the strategy that would beat him. He sees the main gold. He realizes that he's gated out with his militia. And he begins to build a tower. And now Metal, you know what? I guess he saw the villagers. A moment ago, the villagers were to the left of the palisade. So I believe he expects a tower. Fortunately for him, he has enough stone remaining to build one. After building the stone gates. And he now builds a tower. Now, Metal is hoping to make knights in the next stage. You might as well just watch the Hoang video if you haven't already. But what Hoang normally does is he idles his town center in Castle Age. He creates knights. He doesn't create any more fills, and he wins with sheer numbers. So Metal, in the previous 2 games, just mirrored Hoang's strategies. And I think there's going to be a Legend of Hoang 2 coming up in the future. Initially, I was thinking about that as I was watching these games, but then I saw just how ridiculous this game was, and I knew it had to be its own video and not a second version of a Legend video. But Metal doesn't have a lot of gold now, is my point, right? So he can make a few knights. In fact, he can make 3 knights. But what he would need to do now to get gold is sell wood, sell food, all these things he doesn't have a lot of. So while Hoang is going to lose his tower eventually, or at least that's what it seems like, he's buying himself time. It's really a brilliant strategy. And this is where the brilliance of Hoang comes into play. Now Hoang realizes, my opponent's making knights, he can't afford armor, he can't afford upgrades. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make cav archers. Very common thing with Huns, but never that common with Hoang. And Hoang has used his militia, which he doesn't really care about now, used a few spearmen to buy himself some time. However, Metal kills 1 villager, he kills 2 villagers, and he's going to get his gold back in the near future. He turns around and he fights the spearmen and militia. Even though the knights don't have upgrades, they should be able to finish everything off here. Doesn't even lose a single knight, and the job has been done. The job has been done. He's a few villagers ahead. He has the knights out. Now is time to hit Hoang's eco. Okay. So this is where it starts to get ridiculous. Again, this was played like 20 minutes ago, okay? Hoang has 34 population. This is why he's a freaking legend. He has 34 population. Look at his rating at the bottom left. He's a 2K3 player, and he has 4 idols right now. 4 idols. Get used to it, okay? It's gonna bring you pain, but it's also gonna bring you joy, alright? Hopefully you've never heard that sentence before in your life. My goodness. So, is he going to lose a villager? I guess not, because Metal's not attacking her. No, brilliant defense from Hoang. It had nothing to do with the fact that Metal didn't micro properly. Brilliant defense from Hoang. Why is this villager even alive? I don't know. He probably didn't even realize the villager was alive until now. But she's going up there. The lumber eco is atrocious for Hoang. You know what? Does he even have his eco upgrades? Drunk tech tree. He does not have horse collar, alright? Does not have his lumber camp tech. His castle age 1, anyway. But, you know, he's making cav archers. And so the whole idea behind Hoang's strategy... he's not idling his TC right now, but... He doesn't want to put resources into his economy. He wants the game to end quickly. Right? So, what Metal's doing is Metal's creating vills out of his TCs all the time. Actually, I'm going to slow the game down. Wait, whoa. Okay, this is fine. Sorry. Again, drunk casting right now. So Metal's investing, like, right there. He had 100 food queued up to create more villagers. When you create more villagers, that's to bring in resources in the future. That's common at the pro level. But what Hoang normally does, well, right now he's creating more vills, actually. What Hoang tends to do is idle his TCs and opt for upgrades with that food. So anyways, he has a group of cav archers running this way. Metal's sending knights around, but Metal, he only has 1 armor upgrade. So he has 3 pierce armor. The cav archers do 8 attack and their spears here. The way Hoang adapted to this is really impressive because he tends to go for knights himself. Very rarely do you see him go for cav archers, and I really need to slow it down more. My brain is not working properly. Okay, he kills a few villagers on the woodline. Now, Metal, expecting the cav archers, having seen the cav archers, and actually fighting the spearmen now on the hill. I guess that's not bad. He's making a few scorpions. I might think T90, why on earth would he make scorpions? Explain. And normally I'd be able to explain it properly, but I'm a little bit... You know what, I'm going to explain it properly. Scorpions, they have pierce armor. They have 7 pierce armor. So they're actually pretty good against cav archers. The issue is the lack of mobility. But if it was just 1 Mangonel, cav archers could split. I don't know if Hoang could, but cav archers could split and micro it down. So getting a few scorpions out is actually not the end of the world. It's just that scorpions are a bit more vulnerable in other ways, which I can get to. But at the moment, it's just 1 TC for both of them. The economies are looking rough for both of them, and it's getting worse and worse for Hoang. He has 4 farmers, but he's only focusing on making cav archers. That's only wood, that's only food, and this forward woman has made a siege workshop. So, it's sloppy. Look at this. And Metals isn't too bad. But this is disgusting, right? This villager is idle. I don't know how long he's been idle, but we'll keep an eye on him. This is ridiculous. The Scorpions, though, with the hill bonus, doing work for Hoang. But that's why Hoang has made the Mangonel, and this is where Scorpions are very vulnerable. Now, Metal wants to dive in with his Knights. He's just lost 2 of his Scorpions. Now, he dives in with the Knights, guys, but he only has that first armor upgrade, no bloodline, so he doesn't have 120 HP. To be completely honest with you, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be for Metal. The KD is very even. Even the Vill count is even, 45 to 45. But again, the theme here throughout this entire game is that Metal will... He's more of your standard player. He's your standard 2K3 player. It's the guy that beat Doubt 3-0 the other day. He's creating villagers when he thinks of it. Right? Hoang... Well, I'm still surprised he's creating vills, but he's not creating new lumber camps. He's not getting eco upgrades. Okay, why is the game speeding up like this? I don't know if I'm clicking this stuff without thinking about it, but I'm sorry. I have no explanation for what just happened. And how did Metal win that fight? You know, Metal's tower and his Maganel came in clutch there. I've never had a game speed up just randomly like this. So I'm going to assume that I'm clicking... I'm going to assume that I'm clicking stuff by accident. Oh my god. Well, anyways, okay, Metal's building a new lumber camp. Again, standard eco choices. Hoang still has this one idle villager out there. I'm not even sure he knows what the idle villager hotkey is. Look at the gold, look at the farms, look at the wood, it's atrocious. And now Hoang shows up. Oh, he sees one monk. And what? Metal is a wizard! Metal is the wizard. Holy crap. Wow. Okay, Metal got 2 conversions, and he then killed Cav Archers with Maganel. So it's obvious that Metal is the more well-rounded player. He's the faster player, right? So this is where, since Hoang can't manage late game very well, you begin to think, alright, Metal's going to win this one pretty easily. However, this is where... Okay, again, it happened again, guys. I don't know why this keeps happening. I'm going to rewatch this later, and I'm probably clicking it or something. But anyways, so I'm going to slow the game down again. This is a recorded game. It's not live. I shouldn't do this. But anyways, this is where the unit numbers from Tiger Shoot or Hoang will start to go up a little bit. But in theory, right? In theory, Metal, he is 14 military versus 19 military. A very good fight for him. He's killed a Cav Archer. We'll kill another Cav Archer. His knights are stronger in numbers. In low numbers, right? 14 knights is much stronger than 16 Cav Archers. Cav Archers are all about massing them, so... you know, still some worry for Metal, but this is where your average player is going to make a second town center and use some of that excess food to create more villagers. And that was an awful attack round, Metal. Create more villagers in the hopes of then having more resources. That's the whole point. That's how the game should be played. But this is the idleness. This is the Hoangness that I've been expecting. 1 TC, not creating more vills. He's at 55 vills now. Not creating any more. And, you know, credit to him, he's making a new lumber camp for efficiency. But he will put all of his focus on creating Cav Archers, as many as possible, and pressuring Metal. Metal loses 2 monks, he kills 2 Cav Archers. It's not bad. Now it's 23 to 12 military. Again, Metal just needs to hold on, right? That's when someone's all-inning you, when someone's going this aggressive, you just need to defend. Metal loses a few Cav Archers, but he didn't create them. Those were ones he converted, so that's fine. Kills a Cav Archer. And now that Vill lead is really getting high now. 65 villagers versus 56. So Hoang is creating Vills. I swear to God, the game just sped up again. I don't understand. But you notice he's not expanding his eco like your average player would. He's just creating Cav Archers. Look, a random stable out here. It's very random. It's very unorthodox from him. 87 population versus 80. Very close game. And this would be the point where you're tempted to skip ahead to see how the game goes, because you're probably thinking, well, this is good, but I don't know if it's the most ridiculous game ever. It might just be the ending. No! I'm telling you, this whole game is nuts, okay? Everything in this game is just bit average. Compared to what we're about to see. And wow, okay, a nice micro from Hoang. And when you get to this many Cav Archers, it can be really complicated for the Knights without chain barding armor to deal with it. And this is enough cav archers to also micro down the mangonels, but what Hoang's thinking of doing is making his own mangonel. Again, 1 TC, idling it for the most part. He's almost behind 20 villagers, but he has 22 more military. He kills 2 villagers. And I wonder if this Siege Workshop will even be able to create a mangonel. Oh god. No way! It was at 99%! I didn't pick up on that little detail 30 minutes ago when I was watching this. I also didn't pick up on the detail that this mangonel's on 2 HP? Shoot it. Okay, so Hoang should be able to shoot that and kill it. Hoang still has the population lead. He's just rebuilding a siege workshop. So the one thing I want you to remember after this entire game is that Vil numbers are very deceiving with all the fancy smancy like overlays we have. That's the word. Vil numbers are very deceiving, okay? Like, having villagers is one thing, but having an efficient economy is another thing. So, it's funny to say that when Hoang doesn't have a very efficient eco, and this is very messy, oh my goodness. But, my point is that if Hoang's harassing Metal, and there he's killed 3 more villagers, Metal will not have villagers in the position that he wants them to be in. So, perfect example actually is that he doesn't have a lot of wood right now. He's floating gold. So as he's creating more villas, he's sending them to areas that is mainly out of protection, I guess. Or wait, no, that's not the word. I don't know. I'll come back to whatever word it is. But we have some slow-mo micro because I slowed the speed down. 4 mangonels. This is very dangerous for Hoang now. I think if he gets rid of these mangonels, he kills everything easily. But he'd be fighting up the hill, so he needs a big mangonel shot to save the day. And he kills 1. And he could kill 1 more, maybe. He kills 2 more! And now he has enough cav archers to patrol in. He has tons of idols still. 4 idle villagers out of the 64 that he has. He continues to fall behind in the vill count. But guys, now Metal does not have enough to deal with this. So Metal realizes, oh, okay, if you have children listening, or if you're currently listening to this in the family room, mute the video. Oh shit, that's what Metal says. Oh shit, and he's starting to panic tower. Realizes with the score that he has the Vil lead, probably. And because he knows Hoang very well. But he needs towers to buy himself time. Researching fletching now, so the towers have range. Normally that's an upgrade you're going to get for archers and skirmishers, but he doesn't have those. Again, just 1 town center from Hoang this entire time. It is deceivingly strong. And I need to keep the game on slow speed because my brain's not really moving that fast, and it's really hard to talk about games at the same time anyway. And okay, the cav archers have gone down there, and we're no longer an auctioneer. Unbelievable. So what's funny about this is Hoang is floating a lot of food because he's not using 4 TCs to create more vills. So the whole concept beyond or behind Hoang's strategy is to apply a lot of pressure, and he could take advantage of a strong power spike by going to Imp with 66 villagers. I mean, look at this. This gold he's collecting. This gold he's collecting. Metal is just not in a position to raid him. It's ridiculous. Metal is on the back foot. But if he stabilizes, if he protects himself, you know, then his Vil count should pay off, and he should be able to make more military to kill Hoang. Hoang has been trying to push in here. He's lost a few mangonels. He's about to kill one, though. Well done. And that's far too many cav archers for Metal to fight. Metal, realizing this now, is starting to freak out a little bit. Again, creating vills out of all of his TCs. Hoang's actually over here with a few cav archers. That's sneaky. Metal might not realize that, actually, because it's only 3. It's not... Oh, no, he realizes it. And now Metal is trying to build a castle on this hill. So, when I was watching this, I was in the Voobly spectator chat, and you can type. And I was typing to a bunch of pro players and some good friends who were watching at the same time. And Bra, who's a 2K2 Brazilian player, he's one of many strong Brazilian players, said Hoang has no micro. And when he said that, I really didn't agree, because you have 2 Macadels underneath these towers. That's delaying this castle. Words are hard. And then he also got to top. He got to the top of the hill, and he killed the knights. It's not bad. It's not bad. But you know, listen. If you have you ever seen a more perfect game? He doesn't stop the castle. Sorry, I need to slow down for the sake of my brain. Oh my god, I swear this is going to be even better, okay? It's been so good up to this point, it's going to be even better. But Hoang clicks up to the Imperial Age with 69 villagers. Nice. It could not be any more perfect than that. Like, the game was already so ridiculous. Look at this eco. Look at the golds. Look at this. Look at the lumber camp. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles in between the lumber camp and the villagers. This is so inefficient. No other 2K3 would do this. Only Hoang. But he's on his way to Imp, and he's on his way to Imp because he idles his freaking TC, because he doesn't add second TCs. This is what he sees! Look at this! This is ridiculous! He's on his way to Imp in hopes of a power spike, in hopes of getting Bracer to make his Cav Archers even stronger. And the Cav Archers are already posing a huge problem for Metal. And Metal's building another castle here just to protect himself. He can't take this gold because of 2 Cav Archers. It's ridiculous. He only has 7 military. He has all eco, but he doesn't have, the villagers just aren't safe enough to bring in enough resources to fight this back. Not yet, anyway. So, 69 villagers for Hoang. This eco is just, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. You will not see pro players have eco like this. And then you won't see pro players send villagers forward to take a random 4-tile gold right next to the opponent's base. This is ridiculous, man. This is such a Hoang move. Just to casually stroll forward to take this gold. I am Hoang. I see gold. I take gold. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. So he's heavily on stone at the moment, you'll notice. So the issue for him right now is that, as he's cleaning up everything Metal sends his way, the issue for Hoang is that he has no answer to the castles. Metal is hoping to build another castle to secure this gold, but the Cav Archers show up, so Metal has no business being here. And what's Hoang gonna do? Oh, I think you know what Hoang's gonna do. He'll continue to idle his TC at 69 villagers, nice. But what he's also going to do is build a castle. Build a castle right next to the main TC from Metal, and in between the 2 castles from Metal, right in the heart of Metal's eco. Metal has 121 villagers. That is double what, I don't know why I keep forgetting the guy's name. Probably the alcohol. That's double what Hoang has. Hoang is building a castle on the front. He has 2,000 wood floating. Don't ask me how, because his lumber eco is so inefficient. Now he's just randomly going to collect that stone, because he's Hoang, and he has Bracer now. And there's really not much that Metal can do to fight these Cav Archers. If he gets enough skirmishers with armor, he would need to have fully upgraded Castle Age skirmishers, which he might be able to afford because of his Vil count. Then he can fight this. But the armor is the important thing, because the armor on skirmishers affects how much damage they take from arrow fire. So you could have Bodkin arrow, you could have all the ranged upgrades, but you need that armor. So now Metal is teched into Elite Skirm. He's actually made up 2 petards, which is weird. And he doesn't really have the food eco, to be honest. He might end up buying food to get the armor upgrade. Look at the towers he's building. This is how much pressure he's under. Now, Metal's defense, I just want to say, because Metal's a fantastic player. He 3-0'd Doubt the other day. Metal is very late for him. I think it was 1:30 a.m. when he played this game, and he was a couple games in. So this game is ridiculously sloppy for both players, but For Hoang, that's normal. For Metal, maybe not so much. But the extra Vil count's paying off for him, and Hoang, unfortunately, has just ruined the perfect number. He's at 70. But he is creating more villagers. Oh my god! His main TC is sending villagers to this gold! He's creating villagers and sending them across the map to the forward gold, next to the forward castle, where he has created a trebuchet. And that trebuchet is currently trebuing down Metal's TC. For Metal, though, that's not a big worry for him right now. He has a TC here to create vills out of. He has a TC here to create vills out of. The problem is he can't deal with the cav archers, and he's just suffocated at the moment. It's just so funny how Hoang has a few monks randomly standing out here, and now he's sending cav archers. He hasn't refreshed his lumber camp in God knows how long. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And now he's building another forward castle. And he figures, let's just continue making trebs. Let's continue making cav archers. We don't need food eco. We don't need a transition at all. Let's YOLO this. And Metal realizes it's already bad enough with one castle. So he needs to push now. Petards might have been a misclick. I'm not sure why he made them. They're going to go down and they won't do any damage. But Metal does have the second armor upgrade on the way for his skirmishers. So that'll take these things from 5 pierce armor to 6 pierce armor. And he's trying to stop the castle at the moment. He's really trying to stop this castle. He also sent a ram out here, one single ram, to kill a trebuchet. He's gotten very close to doing so. But he's denied the castle and slowed it down. So it's at 90% now. Wouldn't surprise me to see Hoang send more villagers forward. On both sides, Metal is very, very cramped. There's not a lot of farm space for him. He'd need to click an awful lot to get more farms up. 67 vills for Hoang. Obviously, he lost villagers building that castle. And, again, this is about to get even more ridiculous. 115 population. Now Metal, not Metal, I'm sorry. Hoang has made 2 petards. I don't know why. Maybe it was in response to the petard. Maybe he made petards to kill the ram, actually. And he's sending more vills forward, guys. But is he sending it to the castle? No. Because he needs a Mangonel or 2 before he can comfortably go to that castle. What's he gonna do? He's stealing Metal's farms. He's built a forward mill, and he's stealing Metal's farms. And I don't know why he built that outpost. I have no answers. I have plenty of questions, but no answers. Look at this eco. Look at it. How is this eco winning the game? I don't understand. But he finishes the castle. He has killed Metal's castle here. Metal has a bunch of skirmishers. But Metal doesn't have the eco to ever go in. So what Metal's making is Tarkans. Tarkans are high pierce armors, so that they're better than knights when it comes to attacking units that are archer units. And here, Metal's just shifting sides, basically. So he's losing the right-hand side, he's losing the middle, he's switching positions. He converted that Tarkan, which he had lost earlier, and now these cav archers can wreck Hoang. And this is where this game gets ridiculous. Hold on, I need another drink. I need another drink to see this one through. This is going to be one of the best games of all time, so. Oh, God. For those who are wondering, I'm drinking, I'm drinking straight rum because I don't have anything to mix with it, and that's all I have in my house. So, again, bad life decisions, I admit that, but we're back to the game. Where Hoang is making, he's trebbing down this castle. Now, what's ridiculous about this is, and we've talked about this the whole game, Hoang doesn't have defense for his eco. In fact, he has 28 idols out of 71 villagers. So he's making a run for it, and it's very rare for him to build new TCs. He's actually building a new town center. But look at this. He has no defense to Castle Age skirms. Because he doesn't have the eco to make light cav. Normally you would transition and make something else. He doesn't have the eco for it. So it's just all in cav archers. Basically anything that costs wood and gold. Mangonels, trebuchets, cav archers. And so it looks bad for Metal because he's under pressure, but he actually has eco. He has 30 farmers. Hoang has 10 farmers. So Hoang will lose these villagers and he'll lose access to this gold. Now, great job from him to expand and realize there's other golds out here, to be honest. He's going out here to this stone. But it's an absolutely ridiculous game, and all of a sudden Metal's bringing this one back. And Hoang's not happy about that. So Hoang realizes, I've just lost some villagers. I don't have a lot of farmers. Let's kill Metal's farmers. So he sends his cav archers forward. He's killing lumberjack after lumberjack, farmer after farmer, forcing just regular watchtowers after out of Metal. And Metal will lose these towers to the trebuchets. These 5 Pierce Armor Tarkans are roaming around. Metal's hoping to expand. He's had a militia there the entire game. It's protecting the stone though, so it's not bad. Oh, and Metal has now sent his skirmishers back, so with 54 military from Metal, it's not bad, to be honest. It's mainly skirmishers. And so, Hoang is going to rely on Mangonels. It's not so easy when Tarkan's around and when Metal can micro like a god. Exactly, Metal microing like a god. But look at Hoang's eco, man! Oh my god, the farmers are getting sniped. Hoang, look at your TC! Just once! Look at it! Look at it, man! The Tarkans are killing all the farmers. Okay, he's reacted. And he only lost half of his farmers. It's not a big deal. He has 0 working farmers right now, but it's fine. Alright, it's fine. He has another TC out here. I'm sure he'll farm out there. Collecting all the gold, collecting all the stone. And Metal's making a run for it. And oh my god, did you see the petards come in clutch there? Well, that's why Hoang made the petards earlier. Those petards killed 2 rams. And now he still has Mangonels. He needs to keep these castles up. He needs to keep these castles up, because that's the only good thing he has going for him position-wise. If he loses these castles, he probably loses the game. He can't even defend his starting lumber camps. Though the cav archers are on the way back to do this. It's a wasteland in Hoang's eco. Oh, and Hoang has cav archers here. But these cav archers are going to die. There's a tower there, there's a Tarkan, and there's a bunch of skirmishers being created. But yeah, the castles stay up. Actually, there's 1 ram. Okay. Where is Mangonels? His Mangonels are here. He should kill that. He should kill that. Tried to raid on this side. Metal is defended. So you can see how the extra economy is paid off for Metal, because he's only in Castle Age defending against the Imperial Age player. I guess Hoang wasn't very happy with that tower earlier, so he's coming over here. He still hasn't defended the castle! There's still 1 ram there. I bet you he misclicked the Mangonel here instead of here. Dude, Hoang, you have villagers there? Please don't let that castle go down. This is so much important space. Meanwhile, his cav archers are being created at home. They're underneath the TC. Where's he sending villas to with this TC? He's sending villas to that tree? Oh my god, man. No! Do not lose the castle! Don't do it! How many villas is this? I don't know. I'm not even going to try and count. You have so many villas there. At the very least, you could repair it. Hoang. Not like this, man. Come on, man. It's 1 ram. You have army around. You have villas around. You have a Mangonel. You have 3 Mangonels. No way. That should never happen. That should never happen. But it happened. It happened. And Hoang is continuing to try his very low eco push. He's creating villas all of a sudden. He wants to get back up to the important number, the 69 number. And Metal is probably feeling pretty good about himself, despite the score. I think this score is definitely going to get into his head a little bit. It actually brings up an interesting point. I think score has to do with buildings you kill, Score has to do with units you kill. The KD is very good for Hoang. Also, Hoang's line of sight isn't bad, so that's going to help his score. But certainly the position in this game is not that good for Hoang. The build difference isn't as extreme as it was before. It's 83 to 67 now. But Hoang, for the love of God, okay, he's reacted. He sees the light cover there. But he just can't deal with the amount of military that Metal has. Metal has 57 military, and it's only, wait for it, 9 for Hoang. But he's not done yet, guys. He's not done yet. He's building a 3rd castle. Well, that's his 2nd because he lost that one. He tried to rebuild a TC, or not rebuild, build another TC here. He has no defense to 2 random TCs out here. Look at this! His starting farmers are getting killed. Only Hoang. Only Hoang. Hold on, I need another drink. I'm gonna regret this tomorrow because I have to do some more YouTube work, but whatever. Oh my god. Jeez. Woo! That really burns the old nostrils. Metal is expanding as he loses more ground, and the game is sped up again, or I slowed down, I'm not sure. Well, Hoang is down to 55 bills. It'll be below 50 here in a second. He's losing his gold miners. I don't even know if he'll finish this CC. It's 1,500 golds. He doesn't have a working eco, really. Like, Metal has done a fantastic job expanding. Back corner here, northern corner here, southern corner now. Still in Castle Age. Still in Castle Age and still well behind in score, which could or would normally demotivate a person. Hoang's food eco was so bad, he built a forward mill to collect, what was it, 300? 300 food! 300 food in Imp, boys! And now these TCs are getting killed by skirmishers. Metal just needs one single ram and he'll why is it speeding up again? Metal just needs one single ram and he'll probably kill this. Do I have someone spectating? Oh, that's my surf account right there. No, I don't know why I don't understand. Anyways, I'm surprised there's been no relics collected in this game. Metal could have got that relic. You could tell it's late for him. So many messy T90 farms. I can relate to you, but yeah, the ram push, light cap, skirmisher push came in, killed the Trebs, and now Hoang, he probably realizes it's over now. Surely. 1,600 gold, which is an exciting sign. But he doesn't have the population, only 53 population. Now, he doesn't know Metal's population, obviously, but he just can't do anything right now. He can't do freaking anything. It's ridiculous. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if putting him on view lock would do... Oh. Oh, there we go, Micro with the castle. Hoang is moving about as fast as I am right now. Oh, there we go. Alright, he sees some farms. He's confident. I could tell. Oh, wait. Oh, no. He's like, oh, boy. Oh, better create more builds. It's TC that's dying. Wait, I just heard something. View lock isn't very accurate. Okay. Yeah, so he's about to lose. He has 37 bills. I'm going to take him off view lock now. This is too much. And he's about to lose 15 or something. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, back on view lock because that's important. Oh, he's fixing his idle fields. He just built new TC. He's building a new TC. Now, okay. Again, what's ridiculous here is, after everything that's gone down in this game, he has more score. Score is a combination of scouting. Score is a combination of resources in the bank. It's a combination of buildings you've killed, units you've killed, a bunch of different shit, okay? And he... Oh, hold on. Might believe... he might actually believe that he has a chance because of the score. He might think that while he's on 35 population, Metal could be at 29 or something. I don't know. That wouldn't make any sense, actually, because Metal has way more military than Metal that Hoang even has pop. Look at the starting TC. My goodness. Metal's done a great job at expanding here. Metal has a great scouting. He's patrolling all around. Anyway, we'll continue the game. Yeah, he's creating light cav, creating skirms. Woo! And, meanwhile, Hoang is going for the boom approach. Alright. Creating more cav archers. Actually, back on view lock. We need to finish this on view lock. I feel like there was one more thing that happened in this game that was really funny, and it made me laugh, but I forget what it is, so we might put Hoang on view lock. View lock is not consistent because I don't know who I downloaded the rec from, actually. If I downloaded the rec from Hoang, this might be consistent. It looks pretty accurate. This is what I think Hoang would look like. Oh god, the new TC's been found. All hope is lost. Micro Hoang. Micro those skirmishers. You have 6 cav archers, and Maganel, and a dream, and a Treb. But mainly a dream. Okay, look back to your TC. No. Hoang, you're 29 pop. No, don't create more bills. Don't create more bills. Oh my god, he calls the GG. Oh my goodness. And Metal gives him the GG right back with the capital G's. I honestly don't know what this is gonna look like. I don't think I cast this all that well, to be honest. But Hoang just resigned with the freaking score lead. I've never seen that. I recognize I'm drunk. I'm sober enough to realize that A, I'm drunk, and B, that could reflect, that could affect how I commentated this. And you guys might watch this later and say, this was a pretty shitty game. That's clickbait. You're the worst T90. I understand that. However, have you ever seen a game where the person who loses has 28 population, the person who wins has 158 population, and the losing player has the highest score? You can argue over if this is the most ridiculous game of AoE2. You can argue about that. My commentary is probably awful. But the one thing that's a fact out of all of this is that this has I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. If you've seen this before, link me, okay? Link me and make sure it's at least like 2K plus on Bootplay. I don't think it's ever happened before. Ridiculous, man. Hoang sticks to his 1 TC strategies. Or in this case, I guess he did try and expand to his 2nd TC. Kudos to Metal for hanging in there, man. I really wish you guys could have seen the previous 2 games. I think a Legend of Hoang #2 is in order for YouTube, so maybe what we can do is we can review 4 or 5 different games, so I can talk about what works for Hoang and how people are beating him, what works for Hoang and how he's beating others. I think that would be a good episode #2. But this particular game, man, so many interesting things. Typically what happens again is the militia opening into knights and monks, and Hoang changed that. Hoang changed that because Metal changed his strategy. Metal didn't mirror Hoang as much as Hoang is used to. Unbelievable adaptation? Unbelievable adapting skills? That might make me sound like a 5-year-old, but at least I know that makes sense. Unbelievable from both of them when it comes to that. But then Hoang just fell apart because his 1 TC stuff just doesn't work against a player who can boom like Metal. He is an arena player after all. Bear with me. You know what? I'll show you the achievements this way. Okay, you didn't see any important info. Whoo! 359 kills for Hoang, aka Tiger Shoot. 73 buildings raised. See, again, I think this has a lot to do with the score. Someone in the YouTube comments is going to correct me, but I believe that you get 10% of the score that someone gains from building a building when you kill it. Does that make sense? So let's say... Why am I getting so specific when I'm intoxicated? Let's say that someone's siege workshop costs 200 wood, right? Then I believe when you kill it, you get 20 score? Like 10% of that? Something like that. 10% is definitely in the equation. Anyways, he killed a lot more buildings. So I believe that's what affected the score. Also, the scouting was something. The metal had more. Gold-wise, metal had way less gold. He just had a lot more food and a lot more wood. In fact, he almost had triple the amount of food, and he had roughly double, almost exactly double the amount of wood. But stone and gold was all Hoang. Was all Hoang's. Okay, you gotta calm it down. We have to have a professional outro. This timeline's actually brilliant. You know what? Let's go to the special scene. Boom. Whoa! Special scene. Okay, zoomed in on the Chiefs. Take a look at the dark red for Hoang. This is the theme. Metal had more eco, less military. More eco, less military. More eco, less military. And eventually, right here, it paid off. Right here, it paid off. He held on with more eco. That's why Age of Empires is a brilliant game. I've been casting this game for 5 years straight, and I've never seen anything like this, but the fact that investing into eco is a risk, and investing into military is also a similar risk, is always very exciting. So thank you guys for watching this. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. It is a bit of a shame that I didn't cast this from the very beginning, because I almost fell out of my chair, to be honest. But I think that also when I begin to cast something, there's a level of professionalism that I try and aspire for. And I don't think I hit that here, but I think that that's probably why I didn't laugh as much as I would have. This was incredibly entertaining. Let me know in the YouTube comments if you'd like to see a Legend of Hoang #2. Let me know what your favorite color is in the YouTube comments, because that's going to confuse people when they arrive to the video. And make sure to leave a like. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for putting up with my ridiculous self. See you next time.